This video is intended to highlight some of the functions of the ScoreKing Gymnastics Meet scoring system. ScoreKing can run on your Windows laptop, which you would have at the Meet, or available very soon, you could have it on the ScoreKing Cloud, where you would access the Meet through a browser. In that case, you could use either a Mac or a Windows device or other device which had browser capability to reach your Meet. The choice between the two depends on questions like, is the internet capability strong enough at my Meet site to rely only on a remote connection to the scoring system? In which case the ScoreKing Cloud option provides you some flexibility that's very nice. If you feel more comfortable having an installed version available to you on site, then we've got that as well. I'm going to show you one of the components of ScoreKing, which is the Meet Planner. The Meet Planner provides you the ability to, first of all, input the Meet into the Meet a file of gymnast. You might have gotten that file from an export from the USAG reservation system, or from MeetMaker, or from some other sites. Alternatively, you can just create a spreadsheet with the first names, last names, date of births, etc. for your gymnast, and import it from that spreadsheet saved as a CSV file. Once you have your gymnast imported, you might want to create the age groups. I'm going to create some silver age groups just to show you how you might want to do it. I'm just going to put these into two groups of 13. Then you can see it would split them. I'll make sure I didn't split them on a given birthday, and so then I can just, so I'm going to call these my child, and this is my junior age group, and save those, and now I have two reasonably close age groups. Then let's say that we need to put the gymnasts into sessions. You do that through the session planner, where in this case you just identify by selecting or deselecting the gymnast that you want to include in that session. Now this one I had said I wanted to have it to be all the silvers, and so I'm selecting all the silvers, but you could have just selected by age group, or you can even select an individual person who perhaps couldn't come to her regular session, but she wants to come to this session, so you just include that person. So there's flexibility with how you select the people to add to a session. For putting them into squads, you can use this drag and drop ability to just move the teams around to squads. Once you're satisfied, I have 6, 7, 6, 6, so that's fine. I'm just going to save those squads. And then to assign the starts, you just hit the Generate Starts Automatically button, and you can put the correct starting assignments for your teams. At that point, it's easy to print the rotation by just doing Control P, and at that point you can get the rotation sheet. I would probably deselect the headers printing out there, but anyway, you get the rotation sheet, or you can save it to PDF. At this point, what if you don't want to do a rotation sheet? Well, if you don't want to do a rotation sheet and you prefer to do cards, you can use an export capability on admin, which provides some input for printing labels on cards. There's also Checkin Sheets, which many people still find useful if they want to record either the number or the age group on the children's hands. On the Gymnast tab, this allows you to go in by each team and either perhaps edit the gymnast if you need to, or scratch them. In this case, I just scratched Janie Parsons. But let's say that Janie does, in fact, because she had already paid and now she's able to come, you can always view the scratches, and if you need to, add them right back into the Meet. On the Scoring System tab, this is where you would identify how many judges that you're going to have per event. Are you going to have 1 judge, 2 judge, 4 judge, like for a regionals Meet? Are you going to have a score pad be shared, or is there one per judge? For score pads, we like to use the Amazon Fire. It looks kind of like this right here on this right hand side. There's a light theme, which is this one with a light blue background, and a dark theme, which is the dark. The Amazon Fires are quite economical. Their Wi-Fi support is good, and we really like those. However, you could also use an iPad, or you can use. We have some customers who use some Samsung Galaxies, or if you prefer, you can even come in and input your scores on the console. You can run your scores. Using runners, you can provide your scores over here. Like for instance, I'm just going to type in a bar score here to show you that I could, in fact, just put the score in right here if I wanted to. There's an 8.85, which I just did. And if we go over here to look at the console, there's the 8.85, which I put in for bars. As well as here's all of the scores which have already been input for this meet. This is an indicator of how much of the meet is still remaining. And now on the Scoreboards tab, we have a lot of options when it comes to scoreboards. We like to use the Amazon Fire Stick. We have a ScoreKing app in the App Store that you can download, and it provides you a rich capability of, display. You can modify quite a few things, whether you have like marquee style names or shortened names if you have the long names, whatever. But the other thing is that if you might want to use an Intel stick, or perhaps you just want to plug an HDMI cord into your laptop and share your desktop, and that's also okay. We have ScorePad. We have scoreboard applications which run that way. We also have the ability to support projectors in several different formats. Like if you wanted to do a sequential feed of the scores as they've come in, that would be something like that. Or if you have just a really nice big projector screen, you might want to put all 4 scores like that for the different events. Or maybe even just back to 1 event per display. So the point is, we do have a lot of flexibility when it comes to scoreboards. On the Admin tab, this is where you select what live scores you want to run with. And live scores are available on both the installed version as well as the cloud version. We default to supporting the live scores to the ScoreKing, both ScoreKing.com and our mobile site. And also, if you like to upload them to the My USA Gym site, we support that as well. This gives you an idea of what our mobile site looks like, although I'm showing it to you on the screen, but you're welcome to go to ScoreKing2.com on your phone and take a look. We have not only the live meets, but all of the completed meets available up there, and where parents can go back and see what scores their kids got in both the completed meets. And whenever the display shows, you can always sort by the column titles to see what the placement was. We actually also have on the team scores, we have the ability to not only see the team scores like this, where again you can sort the team scores, but we also have this neat chart ability, so you can see how your team did relative to other teams on different events. So as far as uploading the scores at the end, we store them on ScoreKing.com. You can also create export files then in case you want to ship them off to your state administrator or anything else like that. Okay, this was a quick flyover of the functions. If you want to reach us to talk about anything, please contact us at, here's the address down here, CarolinaKingsSoftware@gmail.com. That's CarolinaKingsSoftware@gmail.com. Thanks.